Waar is jy, Pardette? Gaan nou stap. Waar is jy? Waar is jy? Wag jy klaar vir my? Ja, gaan ons 'n bietjie stap. Ek nie 'n masker nie. Sorry. Net 'n masker kry. Nie so bang te wees nie, ek moet net my masker kry. Ons gaan nog steeds stap. Ja, gaan kyk. Ons gaan nog steeds stap. Check. Dink ek het nou alles. Is jy? Ja, sien ons gaan stap. Wag ek net die hek oopmaak. Asai. So Pardette, stop dit nou. Wag vir my. Wag vir my. Stop. Gegaan. Dis lekker. Waar is jy? Kom jy? It turns out that I have to be a people's pleaser. I cannot talk the truth. I cannot tell people exactly what they're doing to the planet. Then the cancel culture of the South African white, the Afrikaans speaking South African white kick in. So yeah, I didn't know we had a cancel culture. Pardette, waar is jy my meisiekind? Kom hier. Waar is jy? Waar is jy? Kom hier. Daar is jy. Our South African Post Office. This is where you come and get your government grants or buy your fishing license. We all need a fishing license. Even if we catch and release, we need a fishing license. Okay? You're part of the system. Pardette en hierdie varke kry mekaar nie uitgesorteer nie. Pardette, if you find this pig, ja. Hey, hey, kom hier. Daar's 'n klein hondjie, jy gaan hom nie byt nie, hierdie kant. Kyk, ons speel nou maar. Kom uit die kant hier. Kom. Smells like sewage. It's not often that we've got a drain leaking problem in St. Lucia. The trees. I probably love the bush just as much as I love the beach. I'm not going to go today to the beach. Doing some research on dredging of St. Lucia Estuary. It all started with St. Lucia now and then, but to get the whole series together, to get the storyline, the golden thread, to keep the golden thread of the storyline is difficult. But anyway, it turns out that Uncle or Dr Nollie Zaloumis, who was a dentist in Stanger, he pioneered the dredging in St. Lucia lake system with now deceased Noel Galley and very famous Peter Held at the helm of the dredger. They dug open the channels all the way from False Bay to Charters Creek and through Hell's Gate to the eastern shores. Apparently the dredging operations under the supervision of Dr Nollie Zaloumis, yes, Andrew Zaloumis' father, was extended all the way past Brady's Crossing and down the Narrows. But that one I can't figure it out because that doesn't make sense to me. I never knew about an extended dredging operation like that, so I'm still doing some homework on that one. But I'm confident about the one from False Bay to Charters Creek and across Hell's Gate, because those photos I've seen, and it was basically in the time era that we arrived here in St. Lucia. That is, yeah. I'm going to get hold of some photos in one of the future videos and show you, but it's quite interesting to find out the history of St. Lucia. And then I wonder why Mr. Andrew Zaloumis was opposing everything his dad did in the park. Oh wow. Family feuds. Just missed that purple crested Lurie song. Oh, sorry about that. Of Ocean Commotion Charters. Wat maar as jy so Pardette by hierdie honde. Dis 'n vacant house here in, I think it's Pelican Street. If you guys are interested in renting it, it's on a huge property. It's an old house, it needs some repairs. But if you're interested in renting it, contact me. I'll put you in touch with the owner. These old properties has got the best character. They make lovely family homes. Just before the hackers started attacking and destroyed all my files, I was busy making a soothing music video for one of the YouTube channels, one of South African, not so well known artist, but very popular in a certain genre, Leslie. I am still working on recreating everything and all the files that I was working on before the hack attack. My humble apologies. Yeah, that's one of my income streams badly damaged. I'll probably have to do that one for free because of the delivery time of the video. The whole idea behind the video was to take some of Mornay's tribute to Elvis songs, which is all religious based, all Christian based songs that he's we're going to turn it into soothing nature videos to promote his YouTube channel, because that is where a lot of business is, viewers is, and views is in the YouTube channel on the soothing nature music. So yeah, I was busy, I was almost done with some beautiful scenic footage, nature scenic footage, and the music, and getting the right footage to the beat of the music. And then the hack attack happened and all those files were destroyed. But I know my intentions. Some Jack Russells here that wants to befriend Pardette, but that's not going to work out well. So we're just putting in some distance between us and the people. House for sale. Patrick from Remax. Pardette, kom hier. She's gotten into some Adidas there. In Richards Bay, she's allowed to chase the Adidas next to the swimming pool because their crap is gooey and sticky, and it turns the pool green and slimy very quickly. Now she thinks that she can chase the Adidas from everybody's lawn. Nee, Pardette, kom. Right, that red duiker that we shot yesterday is now right in front of us. Pardette, by my Pardette. Hierdie kat, kom. I don't want it to chase the little animal. I don't know in what health condition the animal is. It went into the bush. There it is, right over there. I couldn't get the zoom camera out in time. I'll see if I can make an enlargement on the video. Yes, people, this is infrastructure management when you mow the lawn. Now, a lot of people is calling on the park authorities to cut down some of the reeds, like we see at Sunset Jetty, so that the public can have more access to the picnic areas and the view, and have a view of the estuary. There's nothing at the moment. That started overgrowing back in 2015 already, 2014 was the first time that I made noise about that. And then the same people that is now making noise about it, at that stage they silenced me. They said it's bad publicity. The difference is now the current management team is willing to act on requests from the public. The previous management team, the public had no access to any decision-making process. That's the difference. So I'm pretty sure that if we formalize a request to the Isimanglisa Wetland Park Authority management team, that we will see some results. I just know that some of the indigenous vegetation is sacred to some of the scientists that used to be, that used to advise the previous management team. So I don't know exactly how that will be influencing the current management team decision to cut back some of the reeds at, let's for instance say, the public launch jetty, so that people can stand there and have a view of the estuary. And maybe the other jetties at the bridge, Kwabeni, I don't know where there more jetties are. I haven't been on a boat for a long time, and I don't know how many of the jetties is overgrown with reeds. But there was jetties all along the estuary, and the public had access to all of them. You buy a golden rhino card. I don't believe that will be implemented very long anymore. It will, because it's a Isimvelo product. You can go to any Isimvelo park with that golden rhino card. But I heard that the Isimanglisa Park Authority is making noise because of the shift during the pandemic from foreign tourists to local tourists, domestic tourists. There was a huge reduction in gate fees and the sales of entrance to the park. Now it's not only because of the storyline there completely. Of course it's only because of the pandemic, because there's no foreign tourists coming and fewer South African tourists. Now this would have been a boom gate many years ago, that you had to pay entrance to go down to the estuary, and the town opposed it. And now everything that we asked the Ismangaliso Wetland Park Authority now to do is they say, remember, it's going to cost money. Who's going to pay for it? Now, if these gates is installed and operational, there will be no more free access to the beaches, but probably some maintenance done on the jetties. I'm still in two minds about that. That's why I'm not in a rush to get any letter or request to the Wetland Park Authority, as I don't know if I can afford to pay gate fees every time I want to go down to the beach. I am borderline financially, and if I have to pay any gate fee, even if it's only 10 Rand a day, I won't be able to go to the beach on a daily basis. I can hardly afford it as it is. The Silent Angels are really good, and they do replenish my food and my fuel and my airtime. But at some point I just have to cut back because of budget restraints. There's now enough food, the airtime running out, and the fuel is running out. Pardette, jy moet nie so op die video pie nie, gaan pie agter my. Dit is so ongeskik, die mense hou nie daarvan nie. So yes, yeah. What do you guys think? Access fees to St. Lucia beaches, better maintenance done on the jetties, or do we just hang in there for now and wait for finances to come from different sources, from other sources than gate fees? Add that when Natal Parksport was running the gate entrances, let's just let this car pass quickly. If you didn't have a Golden Rhino card back those days when Natal Parksport managed the entrance fees, you could drive in at Cape Vidal the afternoon, go to Louis Game Reserve on the same ticket, because it was a Parksport issued ticket. Now that was a little bit of a long stretch, but some people managed to do it. But if you went to Falls Bay for the morning breakfast, there on a picnic site, and you went afternoon game drive at the Louis Game Reserve, it was one access fee, no problem. Now we've got an eastern and a western shore, so Cape Vidal Gate and a Dukuduku Gate. If you go into the gate, you pay. If you come out, your ticket is cancelled. If you want to go back in, you have to pay again. If you want to go into Dukuduku Gate, you have to pay again. And it's a little bit pricey at the current rates to do both game drives in one day. It works out to about 400 Rand for a family of 4. It's just the gate fees. If you're a concession holder, you pay extra over and above the individual gate fees. You also pay for the concession fee, which I think it's somewhere at 550 Rand per vehicle concession fee, then plus 65 Rand or something per adult, and adults is anybody above 10, I think. This is why me and Pardette is walking today. So diesel constraints, and yeah, a general drive on the eastern shores, you can work on 150 Rands worth of fuel if you've got a vehicle that's fairly light on fuel. Otherwise you're looking at 200 Rand for a SUV. Yeah, this is Iguala Guala Trail, and we're going to walk down the trail for a little bit of exercise to get Pardette out of cabin fever mode. I want to go down at Honeymoon Bend to have a look, to show you the beautiful picnic sites that there was and the beautiful views. There's only a lawn left, but we'll have a look. See you on the other side, unless I've got something interesting to video during the walk. We're done. Let's see what Pardette is doing with this one. Yep, she has to look for trouble with the big pigs. Anyway, Advantage Tours and Charters is in full swing back into whale watching mode. They've got a nice special going. It doesn't include the 40% non-sighting discount. I don't know if it's still running. You have to call the offices to find out what specials they've got going. It's 035 5901 259. If you use my name, Petrus, when you book your ticket on the Estuary boat cruise, you get the tickets for 260 Rand per person, unless they've got a better special going at the moment. But yeah, guys, that is definitely, although it's expensive and I've been trying hard to fight the prices down, the concession fees is extremely high. With the amount of South African tourists, domestic tourists coming through St. Lucia at the moment, they just can't meet the concession fees on the bigger boats to run at a cheaper rate. So it is what it is, but it's absolutely worth the while. It's winter months. The hippos get right out of the water to bask in the sun. And the afternoon cruise, you come back at sunset. It's a beautiful sighting. It's definitely a must do. Oh, it's a beautiful and peaceful, yeah. In the Iguala Guala walking trail. Again, yes, if we run into this pig, we're gonna have problems. Let's have a look on Google Earth. Where's Iguala Guala walking trail? It's right at the end of Mackenzie Street, past Saxmere Lodge, where Willorin used to be. Kingfisher Lodge is your first entrance. If you enter there and you turn right, it's about a 20-minute walk in a full circle. If you keep on turning left at all the junctions, the fourth one, you turn right again, you're back at Kingfisher Lodge at the end of Mackenzie Street. The first one, you turn right, you go down to Honeymoon Bend. Pardette, ek gaan die kant om gaan, kom. To 4. Shall we venture down to Honeymoon Bend? You don't think we're going to run into some hippos, Pardette? Gaan ons in seekoeie in vasloop, meisiekind? Here. Something just ran off in the bush over there. That was a small animal. Gaan ons omdraai. Gaan ons omdraai. Yeah. But they said not today, Honeymoon Bend, people. She says let's go this way. I missed her inquisitive stance on the video when she decided we're not going to walk any further. I was busy saying the other day we went here, it was summer and we went here at 5 o'clock, and the hippo was walking on my right hand side through this thick forest the whole time. Eventually Pardette went and challenged it and led it away from me. But yeah, as breathtaking as it is, I don't recommend you walk it at that late in the afternoon. So I think 4 o'clock is the latest in the winter time, and then in the summertime 4:30 is the latest. I would say 3:30 in the winter time is more it's a better choice if you don't know the bush. If you're not familiar with the bush and with hippos. I've been hacked through the MTN network. I can't use my Wi-Fi hotspot. I'm curious to see what the video that I published this morning is doing from yesterday's beach walk. Is jy klaar? Kan ons maar verder gaan? Ja, ek weet nie hoekom drink hierdie vrotmodder water nie, maar nou ja. Guys, we're here at Kingfisher Lodge, the end of Mackenzie Street. Beautiful ambience here. I'm going to run the advert quickly, and then you can decide if you want to look for them and book some accommodation here. Self-catering holiday accommodation. I don't have the permission yet to run the ad, although I actually do through bookings.com's affiliated marketing program. But I've learned in St. Lucia, you ask permission, you don't ask forgiveness. It's a different story. But you can find the bookings.com affiliated link in the description of this video, and then you can just inquire about prices. You'll find the wilds there. Very affordable self-catering holiday accommodation. This is the remnants of the fence here at the Methodist Church. There's a huge upgrade. I think Ankuna and Fossi got married in this church, and I think I was the wedding photographer. Obviously under guidance of my wife. She was always supervising me to get the right poses at the right time so that the wedding album tells a story. It's very important when you do wedding photography is that you shoot the storyline, so that the bride, if she packs it in the album, that there's a storyline. But yeah, it's been upgraded. And there was a type of catacomb in the cellar that was opened up, and it was very upsetting to me, because we were very superstitious as children about that catacomb, and that it should never be opened up. But anyway, it's now opened up, and whatever superstition, Pardette, every time on my video, every superstition that we had apparently is now blown out of the door. Although I'm not so sure if I see it. If I read the town politics and everything that's happening in this town, then I'm not so sure that that superstition is blown out of the door. This is Sunset Lodge. It's log cabins, beautiful. You can also find them on bookings.com. There's nobody here at the moment, so you book with them, you'll be the only person. Wat sê jy, Willie? Okay, we've discussed this before. This is where Woolerine used to be. Anybody that wants to come and develop a 4,000 and something, it's close to 5,000 square meters of estuary front property, can contact me. I will put you in touch with the agent that's dealing with this sale of the property. And yeah, he can turn it for us into a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful international style holiday resort, so that we can increase the carbon footprint of Isimangaliso Wetland Park. How do you like that? Because foreign tourists is actually carbon heavy. They fly in because of the stars of the accommodation that they stay at. There's a certain quality of food that has to come in. There's air conditioners that has to run, certain style fridges that has to run. Everything is carbon heavy. They go on game drives. They go on everything that's carbon heavy, and they just stay 2 or 3 days after, and they move on to the next activity. and food has to be taken to that accommodation. Carbon heavy food has to be taken to that accommodation. So the foreign tourist is actually very carbon heavy tourism industry to be in, where your recreational sport fishermen, the guys that hook and cook the fish, is not so carbon heavy. Okay, what I was trying to say is Acme Lodge is for sale, guys. If you are interested, you can contact 082 662 0265. Okay, cool. Before the people slaughter me again for attacking the foreign tourist industry, is we can offset our carbon footprint. Very easy. By just opening the estuary mouth. A functioning estuary mouth can offset thousands of cubic tons of carbon. Literally thousands of cubic, probably millions per year. Millions and millions. Yeah, that's Donald Trump said, I can't mimic him. Continue the video on another spot because there's some copyright protected music playing in the background here. You can literally offset millions and millions and millions of cubic tons of carbon against a functioning estuary. I've offset our own personal carbon footprint. Not only according to our lifestyle audits, but planting trees, not cutting trees down. If you cut a tree down, plant a young one, because actually the best oxygen production, carbon recycle production rate a tree has is in the first 7 years of its life cycle, and it's not so thirsty. It doesn't drink as much water in the first 7 years. Back to the 2 videos that I had to unpublish because of my commentary on the carbon footprint on catch and release fishermen. I just want to mention to these guys with the cancel cowardism, the cancel culture, that actually advantage tours and charters don't pay currently for the advertisement. But because I get so many donations from the Silent Angels, and because Advantage Tours and Charters was so good to me over the years with my morning walk videos and my activism, Red took a lot of flack because of my statements and my angles, and she stood with me. I decided that I will push in Advantage Tours and Charters marketing as far as and as much as I can. But I really didn't think it's going to have such a backlash on her in the office. Red, for that I apologize. I should have made that video without the footnotes of your marketing. Skybit. I was in full disclosure with Nicholas from Skybit, and I told him, let me run a month advertising for you to see what backlash you get before you sign me up for the bandwidth deal that you want to offer me. Just now you want out, and you don't know how to out. Let's just do a test run and see what is the backlash that you get from hosting me and me hosting you as an advertiser. So yes guys, you lashed out at people that got free advertising because you couldn't get to me. Sad, eh? That one good deed should return another one. It didn't. But anyway, I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to drag you into my activism backlashes. This is nice and high here at the Sunset Jetty, and yeah, there's mudskippers, and that is positive for the month-end high tide that we've got. We just need the northeasterly wind over high tide, then we might have a natural breach. At the increase in the water level on this side, it's amazing. Yeah, the hippos is far around the corner. Right around that corner, the hippos are lying up in the reeds. Myself is going to see if we can reach the breach for a sunset from the breach. Let's go, Pardette. Okay, Pardette, ons gaan brug toe stap. Dit is 800 meter ver. Ons moet dit doen voor die son onder is, né? Is jy gereed? Pelican Pelican Resort used to be. It's now called Amazulu Lodge. Very popular amongst the international tourists as well as South Africans. You can also find them on bookings.com through the affiliated link in the description. The copyright strike here because of the background music at John Dory's, but here is Advantage Tours and Charters offices right below the Wahoo surf shop for all your estuary lake cruises, deep sea fishing and whale watching. I believe that these times will only be available when there's enough people to go on a trip. You'll have to call 035 5901 259 to find out. Which Caravan Park is now the Bridge Holiday Accommodations. You can also find them through the link in the description for bookings.com. Now guys, bookings.com runs a lot of discounts. I know the commission is heavy, but they run a lot of discounts from time to time on behalf of these establishments. So look at their website or the app, find the description, find them, book, come to St. Lucia, have fun. Supermarket, it's now ShopRite and Liquor City, and there's on the corner of the building there's an office open for anybody that wants office space or shop space. It's still called the Dolphin Centrum. So for those guys that is nostalgic about Dolphin Supermarket, this is what happened to Dolphin Supermarket. This is in the corner, it's right at the entrance of St. Lucia. It's very well exposed, and you've got the telephone number there if you want a well situated, Pardette, dankie, amper vol papa daar. If you want a well situated office or shop space in St. Lucia, yeah, it's ShopRite, right at the entrance to town. The old Dolphin Supermarket. Been renovated, upgraded and sorted out. Getting Pardette across a normal street is a hair-raising experience. Getting across the busy main street at the main intersection is even worse. Taxi rank here at St. Lucia, as you can see, it's very well maintained. Our parks is very clean and well maintained, and people working hard on doing that. Thank you very much, much appreciated. I know it's no easy task in the current political climate, and especially with COVID lockdown. Entrance to St. Lucia is well maintained. I don't know how I'm going to get Pardette past here in this traffic hour. I'm normally off the streets this time of the evening. Entrance to St. Lucia Estuary. It's beautiful. Should probably cut down out that section. Okay, there will be a section missing in the video, guys. Not good marketing. Remember, this snowflake has now got to please the placid people for the placebo effect. Look at that girl, hey? Kyk pa sy gully girl, sy loop mooi op die kant van die pad. Huh? Sy weet die karre ry hier iets verskriklik, papa. Ons kom nie baie hier nie. The heavy traffic, we don't get here often. But when we do get here, it's beautiful. Kom ons gaan oor aan die ander kant toe, kom. Kom meisiekind. Look at that sunset. Monkeys complaining about Pardette being on the pavement. This beautiful sunset. What a different view. It's just a lot of vehicles, public holiday and all, I forgot about it. But look at this beautiful sunset. Advantage Cruiser is going. Kom, gaan. There's Advantage Cruiser is running. Oh, beautiful. Remember I said there's just not enough people to make the big boat go, and I get you, and there's the big boat is going. Listen at this motorbike coming in here. Gee. Looking for an accident, place to have an accident. Come. Oh, Pardette's not going to cross the bridge today. She just refuses bluntly. So guys, I won't be able to end the video on the other side of the estuary. But look at this amazing tranquility, beauty, absolutely fabulous sunset in St. Lucia Estuary, on the estuary. It's Pardette refusing to walk any further. This is Petrus and Pardette, all the way from St. Lucia Estuary, isiMangaliso Wetland Park, South Africa. You guys have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. And if you don't have anything good to say, don't subscribe. Leave the channel alone. Okay, cool. Sipo's fighting in the distance under the marsh hibiscus.